Eat my short. I am short. Very little. Tiny little. I am short. Everybody. I am short. Super short. Little. I'm short. I am short. I love short. MHOG podcast. Little.
And welcome to something different. This is the MHOG podcast shorts. Shorts. Not like the things you wear, but just like a little short snippet for you guys who are tired of listening to the scare of the coronavirus and everything else because you're locked away. So, we're going to start our first short with the talk of werewolves. Werewolves. You know, everybody likes them. Everybody knows them. Everybody's scared of them. Everybody sucks about them. And by the way, I forgot to do this because, you know, we're not used to this, but my name's Wayne, and you know this guy as
the Rum Guy.
There you go. Ooh, he's all sultry and shit, trying to be all sexy for you people. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna start off talking about the the werewolves. So
the Wolfman is a werewolf. Basically a werewolf, right?
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like just werewolves in general. But where things could be anything though, you know. Not only werewolves, but it could be dogs, cats, you know, all this weird shit.
Yeah. I mean, there's different were creatures, especially in the the lore of different cultures and things. You know, Dungeons and Dragons, of course. But yeah. I mean, you'd have lots of part man, part beasts out there. But specifically talking about werewolves, what are your thoughts? I know the history of werewolves. It goes back a very long time. There's even mentions of them in the Bible when you're talking about what were they?
Liking throbs.
Romulus and Remus. They were.
Oh yeah.
There's that. Also, there's a school of thought that Cain and Abel, one of them, was a werewolf. That's the reason why he was stabbed with a ceremonial knife to kill his brother, who was a lycanthrope or a transformer, transformed into like some other type of species.
Yeah.
But we've had a lot of movies throughout the years. The worst one I can think of is the Jack Nicholson movie, Wolfman.
You didn't like that?
Horrible.
You didn't like that one?
I thought it was poop.
It wasn't that good. I agree with you. It was pretty bad. Well, one of my favorite ones, though, was, what was it called? American Werewolf in London. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah. That's a classic. American Werewolf in London. Then you have the continuation of that was American Werewolf in Paris.
Yeah, that one was poo.
It wasn't as good by any means.
No, I mean it wasn't horrible, but it was not that great. And then of course you have your Underworld series, all those guys and all that stuff.
Sure. Well, what do you think about the idea of half man, half beast? Do you think this concept is? What do you think was the driving factor for these stories throughout different cultures?
Cheating people.
Yes,
I think in wherever a long time ago, back in the day when Rum was still a teenager.
2003?
No, like back when you were really a teenager, like 17 something. Yeah, back then.
Okay.
They what I think it was a reason to cover up adultery.
Oh, okay. So you're thinking because people were very religious at the time.
Yes.
Using things that were devil associated or could be perceived as evil to cover up heinous crimes that were going on in their society.
Right.
Okay.
And if a woman was caught or a man was caught cheating, he would say basically it wasn't him, it was I was possessed by the wolf or whatever, something along those lines to kind of to push him on that edge, to make him more aggressive or his libido
Sure.
for the roof or something. Maybe something like that,
So it also could be, I guess, a metaphor for, especially in men, because if you look back, the idea of female werewolves is very rare.
Yes.
It's a very rare thing. So maybe it was a metaphor for the male's hormonal change, that sort of thing. I mean,
right.
Yeah, them being aggressive and stuff. I guess, but for what you said about them covering up things, I guess that was also kind of used a lot, I would say, when you were talking about witchcraft back in the day too. I mean, people would say, "Oh, it wasn't me. I was possessed by the witch. She's a witch.
Right.
He's a witch."
Right. And I mean, I just think that was kind of like the go-to excuse back then. You know what I mean? Like I think it was like the big go-to excuse. And I'm not saying that I don't believe that these things may exist. Fuck, not even a little bit. You know who I am. I'm the guy who believes in aliens and everything else, and think that these things are are possible. So
sure.
I think a lot of this stuff is possible. Nessie, the werewolf, the vampires. I think it's possible. I mean, sure. So that's one of the reasons I believe that these people are using that as an excuse to hide their true self, basically.
Well, the most common reference, pop culture reference in our time in recent years is man beast I would think would be Bigfoot in a way.
Yeah,
that's a half beast, half man. Walks upright like a man, and what else not?
But that will be for a different short.
That will be for a different short. Very, very, very true. But I think I don't know, man. It's such a weird concept. Even going back, that maybe some of these references are so old. Maybe those people were describing a type of human or humanoid that may have been supposedly, to our knowledge nowadays, should have been extinct.
Like missing link type stuff?
Yeah, kind of that way. Like there's a lot of different types of humanoids throughout the progression of man. But maybe I'm just going to really dumb it down for my sake because I can't think of all their names right now. But I'm talking like modern man back in the day, biblical times, sees caveman. It's like, oh, caveman. Well, he's like a wolf. He lives in a cave. He's a wolf man, that sort of thing. And maybe that's what they were kind of seeing, these wild people, these wild men, these wild whatever, that were very different physiologically compared to them. So they were something to be feared, possibly evil, something bad. It's like it looked like like a man, like they know a man, but it looks like he'd been partially transformed into an animal.
Yeah.
Maybe that was something.
Yeah, that's true. That could be it. But I mean, there's so many, things out there that are possibilities. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much. I mean, they could have just saw a giant ass dog or a big wolf or something, and it was maybe because animals do stand up on their hind legs from time to time. Maybe it was standing up on its hind legs for some reason, and somebody was like, it's a werewolf. Or
could have been a dire wolf, because when these legends came out, they did have dire wolves at that time, which are mega wolves,
and they're fucking humongous.
Yeah, that would be terrifying. You're talking about basically a wolf almost the size of a medium bear.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a large animal.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy. But yeah, I think it's interesting that these old concepts, these old ideas and legends of these things, like the Wolfman and beast people like that, how they've transcended time, and legend, and they still intrigue us to this day, even though we're quote unquote very sophisticated and very intelligent people. You couldn't convince me of that looking outside nowadays.
No.
Supposedly that's where we're at, but maybe it's just history that doesn't fall into what we really think history should be compared, according to us now.
Yeah.
But because we don't know what it was like 1,000 years ago.
No
one's allowed to tell us about it.
Nope.
There could have been a bunch of werewolves sitting around a table going, maybe we're the future.
Maybe they had the podcast.
That's right, the Werewolf podcast. That'd be awesome.
Well, guys, please write us and let us know what your opinions are about werewolves, because we'd like to know. And you know, I mean, there's so much we could really get into about werewolves, but like that would really
be a whole show, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would screw the point of us doing this for you guys called shorts. So
Shorts.
We hope you enjoy the shorts. There will be tons different things. Everything's going to be different. It's not just going to be about, mythical creatures. We're going to have movies and this and that and this.
Sure.
That. So we really just wanted to get some more content out for you guys to consume. So enjoy. And again, thank you for sitting back and listening to the first MHOG short. I was Wayne.
I'm Rum.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, that everybody loves little shorts.
Little shorts.
I love shorts. Everybody. I love shorts. Super shorts. Little. I love shorts. I love shorts. I love shorts.